It felt like a little bit like almost like a chess match in the first two periods. Not a lot of penalties called, and just felt like the two teams were kind of feeling each other out, even though you guys have so much familiarity. How did you see that?
Yeah, very similar to that. Honestly liked our start. Felt like for the most part, top to bottom, forwards, D, goalie, were ready to play. And again, there's two teams on the ice. They're a good team as well. And a little bit of feeling out and just not a lot going either way offensively there, but chances both ways. So that's how I saw it.
You got your team again down in the third period. We've seen that throughout the course of this kind of streak that you guys are on. Fought back, took the lead, obviously gave up a late goal to tie it, but just the fight in your team in that third period.
Yeah, really liked it. The confidence that ultimately, down one, we were getting chances last game, getting chances again this game, and we can play with anyone and create chances against anybody. So really good to see that belief and them really sticking with it, and happy to see them get rewarded.
Ending the homestand on now, you guys are heading out for 3 games on the road, but just must be nice to be able to end it in that way, because as we were talking about earlier, yesterday's game was so close. It was a game of inches, even though it was a 4-1 score. You guys hit a lot of posts, so to be able to win, get out on the road, and know that you guys are streaking at the right time.
Yeah, great feeling. Obviously, you want to be good at home. You want to have success at home no matter what, and it's something we've talked about as a staff and as a group. So to finish on that note, it's obviously something we'll take.
Seems like special teams kind of played a big part of the second period there. What can you say about what you saw going on the power play, then on the penalty kill?
Yeah, you know what? The power play it felt just okay. There was some execution there that could have been a little bit better, and ultimately, you at the very least on the power play, you want to maintain or gain momentum. Wasn't sure if we did that necessarily, but again, not many opportunities there. It seems like we're not getting a lot of opportunities on the power play in terms of the actual penalties we're drawing. Penalty kill's been good for the most part, and they get one there off the rush late where it was I would say a bit of a lucky one. It's not going to happen consistently. So yeah.
And then just in terms of battling back, your team going into the third period down 2-1 and then goes up 3-2. What do you like about that pushback that you guys had in the third period?
Just the poise, and honestly, what happened on the ice, but you could hear it on the bench, and just the confidence, the resilience that the group had. That's what's exciting for sure, is knowing that the group does believe that they can play even if they're down, and not just play but come back and win.
And then you talk about your play. Isaac Poulter makes his debut for the Moose this season. What can you say about his play tonight?
Made a lot of really big saves at key moments. I think, again, that's a dynamic team over there. They're mobile, they're fast, they have skill on up front and on the back. And again, there's going to be times where things break down and you need your goalie, and he gave us exactly that. And again, another big save in the shootout there, which ultimately was the difference.
Speaking of the shootout, what does it do for a coaching staff when you have that level of talent to choose from, and there were still guys on the bench that would have just as easily been out in the top 3?
Yeah, a real long list of candidates there, and ultimately it's a tough decision. You kind of ride the hot hand a little bit in terms of who you think's playing well and what you've seen and potentially some of the practice reps you've done. But you can almost go through our whole lineup and be pretty confident with whoever's going over the boards.
It's almost appropriate that Danny Zhilkin, who's had so many chances over the course of this weekend, is the guy who gets the ultimate shootout winner. But what have you seen from him throughout the course of the season that shows you that this guy is really kind of getting it at this point in his career?
Yeah, that'd be a long answer. Honestly, he's looking confident with the puck. He's looking confident with the puck. He's very engaged physically. He's going to hard areas with the puck, without the puck, and I'm sure since he's been here, his open ice speed, his ability to make plays is evident for sure. But the growth he's shown in terms of playing tough matchups, taking key faceoffs, being sound defensively, and all those things that maybe don't get as noticed as much on the score sheet, are really contributing to the offensive success he is having, because it usually starts without the puck.